nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd.
Booster.
I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Mud Zone.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high?
Wanna get high? Wanna get high?
Was that a party or?
Ho, ho, ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet-like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory, and Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no lying to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth. planted straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the Flat Earth Farm.
This could be it, Harry. Pass the word along. Tell the men it's time to shoot the moon.
Shoot the moon!
No, idiot. Not out there on the microphone. On the microphone.
Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Serve, bow wow run. He's my mighty puppy. Serve, bow wow run. He's my mighty puppy. Serve, bow wow run. He's my mighty puppy. Serve, bow wow. Mud. You slept.
Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
So shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up. Big eyes, y'all on the tango, them boys get paid. So shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. And tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up. Big eyes, boss, chill, paper boy, getting that Keela money. They got on blast, fuck around and Keela cut them. Peanut butter lack. Butter leather bucket seats, vanilla polo fitted to match. I'm a fucking beast, last ski in the 6-speed. And you screaming, fuck the police, baby, I'm from Uptown. Never was a hustle with, peep it. Every day I'm getting lifted. 100 blunts in my lungs, 100 proof in my system. 2 girls, 1 vicious. That's just how I'm living. Getting 4 faces by 2 Gemini bitches. Onslaught the gutters, we stunting and something tinted. I had Maserati dreams, now we winning. Yeah. Ask around, them fellas do a big. My girls switch wigs when I wanna fuck a different bitch. Foreign coupe, no roof, local potent in the blizz. Money stacks make the sailor look lower than it is. And don't wanna tangle, the boys get paid. So shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you know, shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. And tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up, biatch. That Rico case getting harder to fight. Big face, more bottles, Bellagio lights. Hitting my re-up on the table, that's just part of the life. Devil Regalado sideways like it's sliding on ice. Motherfucker, how you living? You ain't back of the line. We just cut away, we stunting, just embarrass you guys. Pocket thicker than the dials in the passenger side. She tend to suck me when I drive, so don't ask for a ride. Yeah, 5th gear, tear up the city and bad. I get it. You know I live it. Word of Jesus is dead. I was young and wild once, and I'm a fiend in my past. A rock bleach, I'm a beast. Every day is my last. Princess cuts on my neck, chest looking like glass. You was hating me then, you should look at me now. I'm talking yellow bottles, yellow models, cooks by the pound. 23 in them Boston, bitch, I'm putting it down. Boys get paid, so shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up. Y'all wanna tango, them boys get paid, so shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. And tell them rookies get they drop up. Them boys get paid, so shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up, biatch. Y'all wanna tango, them boys get paid, so shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. And tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the one, you better squad up, biatch.
Yeah. Phil House. Let's go.
They don't call it work for nothing. You see that shit and wanna be it, but couldn't cook up the mustard. Stupid little fucker. Everybody wanna rap now, but jump shit when they get bad, then they fall back to the background. Try and spit for groupies, you ain't built for this kid, you pussy. I pick them off like Billy Zane, fuck your bitch like Billie Jean. Till she claims she caught my seed and leave your ass for bigger things. That fat lady belting from the balcony. It's over for any clown that wanna challenge me. Every line's another Calvary, followed up with powder cakes. Hang them in my gallery, posterized like outward history, eat foods like calories. Vagabonds, I'm Jack the Ripper. You love that trick, dog, and I barely tip her. Fuck around and play the skipper. Fickle frauds can kiss the zipper. Skip around with a stick so big from home plate I can hit the pitcher. Every single day I'm on my grind on the business end. Every other day you in the land like you killing shit. Then there come a day when I put you out your misery. Go on, catch that fade, motherfucker. Think I'm playing with you, yeah, they acting gay for attention, that's ridiculous. You look like a lady with that choker chain like he a stripper. I'm just to chill with the aristocrats. Cop a deal from Top and Salad, pop a pill of rocks and blasters going down like Richie Valens. I can stand on my own too, the whole truth, fuck you, pavement. Yeah. And ain't shit that you gon' do, your whole crew can catch that facelift. I tell them like, move. You better back off, bitch. We some inglorious bastards. The faculty charged up an assault and battery with battering rams strapped to cannons that'll reach North Korea.
What's up? We are live. How we doing? Wow, we got a lot of people so far. I've seen a bunch of people coming and going, popping in, saying hello. I love it. I was bored. I wasn't sure. I was looking for people. I was like, where is everybody tonight? I saw a whole bunch of live streams on earlier, so I didn't really bother coming on because I was like, I'm not going to. Everybody was elsewhere. I wasn't going to try to bring everybody over here when everybody was other places. So I just kind of relaxed. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go on tonight. Singe Man was still awake, so that kind of gave me the balls to come on. What's going on, Singe Man? How you doing? Sub this channel, guys. It only has 150 subs. That's our backup channel. If this channel goes down, you're not going to be able to find us. You better sub that fucking channel. And this one too.
Hail Warriors.
All right.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? How are we going to get there? What are you doing? I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. Because like I've never been in this place before. These people come out of the hallways. People come out of the alleyways with a bat. And in a second, I don't know. Hurry up! Go! Don't wait this red light. Don't wait this red light too long. Oh, sorry. I was having a flashback.
This is the T-shirt that Andrew got.
I was having a flashback to when I was on LSD and in the barrio.
Yeah, that's what it's going to look like, Andrew.
Nice. Sure. Hey, I'll get mine on if you want.
We do not consent in the back.
I got
you
this.
Know what I'm saying? Hashtag we do not consent.
Hey.
COVID commander.
I'll get mine.
Dr. Fauci is COVID commander. Yeah, what's up?
Welcome to
it's actually Fauci. See? It's Fauci.
Welcome to season 2 of the Truman Show. Isn't it grand? Isn't it grand?
It was a good idea I had to make these shirts, and it was you did a very great job animating my idea. I thought of it, and Singe Man did the animation, and it came out kind of how I pictured in my head. So I don't know what kind of I
don't want to change my shirt, but I'll just show. Here's the white one.
Oh, yeah, you got the all white one. All right, let's put them next to each other. Which one looks better?
Here, let's get it.
Either way, we have COVID commander backpacks. You could let your kid be the commander this year.
This is going to get an upgrade too. In fact, I might upgrade this tonight, but this is getting an upgrade. It's going to say Fauci.
We have COVID commander in every size. We have it in kid sizes, women's, color, everything.
We're going to enlarge it so that it goes down to here, bigger.
There's COVID commander everywhere.
Right. So I want it bigger and some words about it. Yes, so it's going to get an upgrade tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna make
There's
stuff.
That. Then we got this other.
We got a ton of stuff, but you got to check it out for yourself. There you go. I put the link in Nightbot. But anyways, whatever. All right, so we get rid of this. We don't need that. I'll leave that up. Let me see. This was pretty cool. You know. Well, we might need this. Okay. Yeah, we might need that. All right. We'll leave those tabs going. All right. So Singe Man.
I put it in the.
Oh, you did, didn't you? You did, didn't you? Okay, we're going to play this first.
What'd you do?
This is.
Put it in the laundry. Did you wear my shirt? Did you buy my shirt again?
I don't know what you did.
You borrowed my shirt.
I don't know what you fucking did, dude. Where is it? Is this it? I think this is it. All right. This is from Dave Trinity. We love Trinity. We all do.
Sit back, relax. Don't let your.
Is it sharing?
Yeah. Hey, sit back, relax.
You know?
Oh yeah, look. Here's the back. The back says Mud Mob. See, you didn't say that. The back.
Oh yeah,
says,
yeah. It says Mud Mob on the back.
Yeah, if you want, we can put other stuff on the back. I think you can customize it in there.
We can do whatever you want. Just let us know.
Right, I'll make you one.
I'll make you whatever you want.
I'll make you one that says I like rainbows because they're from God. If that's what you want.
It's not disrespectful. Obviously, won't be going inside.
Look at that doorway.
Yeah, I guess that was a cold bumper before.
I gotta take a leak.
Stained glass window. Truth of our reality in plain sight. Imagine if this was Africa and Asia, Americas, and sort of Europe to Malaysia, maybe. That would be something like that.
My friend.
Just being a very long-bodied continent. Just food for thought. Oh,
Is it loud enough, chat? Tell us.
Around here, you know, you
This is Super Sidewinder. I have a dream I have to send you.
this entire pitch.
Working on Jason Starr's thing right now.
Building this church here, they wouldn't have left.
You guys hear it?
Church.
It's the audio like.
Yeah, and then I obviously had to create a gangway.
Hold on, real quick. I got something that my
audio is down.
I think I'm gonna play this video, but I think I can make it better. Hold on, let me see.
Si,
you can do better.
Mi amigos.
You can do better.
Always
you ready?
better is. The chat says they can hear it 5x5. Yes.
Good. Let me figure out where this would be though.
It was fine. My stuff was low.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I wanna.
My volume was low on 3 different devices.
Come on. Hold on. It's here. It's here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Real quick.
Right there. There's 1, 2, 3.
All right. It's coming up. You guys are gonna. It's worth the wait.
Yeah, it's great show.
All right. You ready? All right. Just you try to. When I do this, try to mute yourself because that way.
It's got a good story coming up. Yeah, hold me.
No, because it's the music, and it's gonna come through. It's gonna come through good. All right. I'm gonna mute myself too.
Your life's been in motion since the time of your birth. But the thing that's static is this stationary earth. Some say a year is a lap around the sun. But we who seek the truth.
He's saying important things right now. Sorry.
Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday, dear Dave. Happy flat birthday to you. This expensive plane is the best gift you've been given, providing everything you'd want or need for good living. Here's to you for spreading truth and the good work that you've done. All the best on the next few hundred revolutions of the sun. Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday, dear Dave. Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday to you. Happy flat birthday to you.
All right, I'll go back. All right, we were like right here.
Hope you're doing well. I'm not going to film in there. Do you know there's a funeral occurring, so I hope it's not disrespectful. Obviously, won't be going inside. Yeah, I guess that was the coal bunker before, just beneath this stained glass window. The truth of our reality in plain sight. Imagine if this was Africa and Asia, Americas, and sort of Europe to Malaysia, maybe. Would Africa be a center of that? Just being a very long-bodied continent. Just food for thought. Well, see, this needed to be dug out around here. You know, you can assume they would have leveled off this entire pitch if they were building this church here. They wouldn't have left these lumps of dirt. Yeah, and then obviously had to create a gangway. This building over here is interesting as well. See how we have to imagine that the builders excavated a meter or more in front of this building here before refilling it after they built the wall down below, because that clearly goes down here. It's probably a more normal looking entranceway. Oh my lord, what's that? It's Nani Castle, don't you know? Just a tiny village with a rather impressive castle. I'll have to go and check that out. First, let's just see if there's anything else. I don't want to step on the grave.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know what song you were playing. That's cool.
I still dug out.
It's his song, you know what I'm saying? It was an intro for his video.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's awesome.
Replacements, we can't do what they used to. Walking through this village of Nani, yeah, it made me wonder. Good morning, sir. It made me wonder, would that have been a window before, do you think? Or that was a door and then they closed it off? I'd go with it was a door for this current floor plan, the height here. I'd go with that, but I think that would have already been a retrofit this door into the side here. It just doesn't seem to make sense. You know, you can see they've obviously kind of cut and paste in here and put in some stones that they found knocking around to create this, because it kind of fits with this floor plan, but I don't think, and I think the skirting is like we often see, it's just a facade to make it seem like this was intended to be the floor, but I don't think it is. I'd be surprised if there isn't an underground section to this lump that I'm walking on. But wow, shit, the castle is impressive. I'm going to have to take a quick peek. The George Inn. These guys would have downstairs as well. This place looks like a likely candidate. Gosh, look how low the windows are to the ground. This might be a later addition. Yeah. Here we are, we're crossing the little stream. Not sure the name of the stream right now. But there is a moat around this castle. And true story, guys, I actually know the people who own this castle. Although it's gifted or loaned or cared for by some trust, I actually know the people who own this. It's a long, another story. As castles go, it's a rather squat design, actually. It's not very long or wide. I mean, these circular buttresses or formations are really tight. I mean, they dominate so much of the available facade, which is interesting. Those walls are super thick. We're going to have a closer look if I can get across this moat somehow. I tell you what I'm seeing is like a double helix. If you looked at this from above, you would see 2 8s, or like this interlocking DNA type formation, and you have to go with that theory that there's a bridge. Fantastic. See how narrow that is. I mean, I know round buildings are really good for energy movement, and corners trap sorrows, they say. And just
Happy birthday, Ken Rotman.
People who own this don't actually cause for there to be a charge to
Ken Rotman's granddaughter.
Happy
stepdaughter.
Happy flat birthday to you.
Stepdaughter.
The story goes that it was destroyed.
Ooh, look at that.
Happy birthday to
You'll
you
have
too,
to look it up
Rotman.
if you can in the comments.
Look at that destruction. Yeah, beautiful destruction.
I post this video. But there's some people there.
Happy birthday, Super Sidewinder. Happy birthday, General Sorrow. Happy birthday, happy flat birthday to all of you.
Oh, that guy looks familiar. Sure, that looks like my friend. That threw me. But look how thick this building is. Anyway, the story goes that one of these dastardly kings destroyed it, yeah. You'll notice there's no chin strap. I thought there was a chin strap.
Chin strap.
These dastardly kings destroyed it as a means, as a place of defense. But if this was energy harvesting, they destroyed it for that reason. And let's see, there's some info here. Hi there.
Hello. Beautiful castle.
Isn't it incredible? Who destroyed it? You know?
Parliamentarians.
Parliamentarians.
Blaming government again.
Yeah, government. Right. That old chestnut.
Yeah.
And that was how many hundreds of years ago?
16 something, isn't it? I
Wait.
think it says 1645 it was destroyed.
Wow. And built in 1373.
Yeah.
Now,
wow, that's old.
Don't you think
Wasn't Jimmy a parliamentarian?
hard for us to build this?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We probably use lots of machines.
You're talking about
But
you're talking about Jimmy Jack Schneider that used to work in the shipping department. Yeah, old Jimmy Jack. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was a parliamentarian. I tried to get him away from it for a while, but he just couldn't get off the stuff. You know what I mean? He just couldn't. He just loved it so much, the parliamentarian bullshit, that he was just all over it. But other than that, yeah. Hey, what's up, Forever Love?
Managed to do that back then.
Just a lot of people. Probably a lot of pulleys and.
Do you think those
rope
people were?
systems.
Yeah, ropes and pulleys. Do you think those people would have lived locally?
Quite possible, you know.
Because the area is so scant of villages. There's not like a lot of people around here.
No,
So how many hundreds of people would work on here, do you think? And scaffolding.
Yeah.
Had they invented that?
It would be wooden, surely.
Yeah. Wow.
Logs, I guess.
Any idea how they blew these walls in?
No.
Because there must have been a lot of
No idea.
force to knock those heavy walls through.
Yeah.
Cannons of some sort, do you think?
Yeah.
Trebuchet. Wow, yeah, because it's quite high up where the damage seems to have occurred, eh?
Yeah, I think it was a manor house originally.
Right. Fantastic
Well, that's
building.
what they're saying anyway.
Imagine trying to keep this thing warm though in this
Well,
weather.
I know. Millions and millions of pounds to heat it these days.
Imagine,
They burned the
imagine trying
river
to
at
keep
the roof
bees
away.
warm.
Yeah. Or collapsed over the years.
It just collapsed over the years, perhaps. Yeah. Well, it is fascinating. It's quite dinky as castles go, but quite tall.
Yeah.
Quite tall.
All levels.
Can you walk up?
No, you can see where the inside where the floors were.
Yeah.
At the different levels. I think there was 3 floors. Was there?
Four.
Four.
3 or 4.
Wow. Wow. And it's just made by, you think, by slaves, servants, unpaid. Because it's really like quite a high level of skill, don't you think? To build something 700 years ago and for it to still be standing despite being, you know, we wouldn't build things today that are standing in 500 years' time.
You can see that they've got spiral staircases all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
All the way up,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, so I just give these craftsmen a whole lot more credit than I think our mainstream history does, because I think they had amazing skills to build this grandeur and this level. We just don't. We could if we wanted to, I suppose, but it's just so much effort for a home, you know. Or I mean, one might say is defense, but I'm not sure that it's necessarily what you know. You need to go to such lengths against a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
You know, really, maybe even just 1 or 2 stories would be hard to build, let alone going up 4 stories, and building on such a scale of thickness. Like we would never build on such a scale of thickness today. So yeah, I give these people back in the 1300s an awful lot of credit. And
There's like a V in the middle panel there. I wonder if that was a window at one point.
No, might be.
that's a very good question.
It looks as if there was a window there.
Something there, yeah.
I see a lot of that filled in V's and
Yeah,
archways.
They did that to stop paying tax because they used to pay window tax, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
Back in the
well,
1300s,
Well,
do
I
you
don't
think?
know
1300s,
but more modern days than that. But
Yeah.
a lot of buildings
Have that. They do.
blocked up to stop paying
You know what surprises me about that is often I see it on grand buildings. Yeah, maybe 5 days, but I see these grand buildings with 1 or 2 windows blocked in. I think the guy who owned that grand house, he wouldn't have cared about the tax on 1 or 2 more windows. You know, he's not gonna. He's got stables and men who run his stables, kind of thing. Do you think a couple of taxes for 2 out of 50 windows is going to make it? You know, again, I question some of the narrative that we're fed by the government, the people who go about doing this kind of destruction. We've seen enough of that over the years. Anyway, I'll bid you a good day.
Yeah.
All the best. Likewise. I want to overload the nice people. Anyway, so there you go. This is thick. I know it's kind of hollow, this is, but yeah, look at that. I mean, really, how many thousands of man hours are we talking about? And that's just getting it up to the first level, let alone taking it up 4 stories.
Taking it to the next level, baby. Boom.
Interesting. I'm not saying it's never.
That's some nice construction there.
Yeah, with this staircase.
Wow, I took a beating. Still stood.
Units, you already pointed out, isn't it?
They probably were so pissed off they couldn't take it down.
I know.
I don't want to go all on some wild goose chase here, but you see,
it's pretty thick.
I wonder if they ever had staircases at all. Whether it was ever. I'm almost speechless with.
It must have had staircases.
See how this is blown in, and then I'm not going to say there was no staircases up here because there are.
My opinion is the staircases were built out of a different material that didn't survive.
There are holes here that suggest beams and wood could have been used in here. I would have to concede that. Those niches in there, or niches. yeah, that would kind of make sense. But
Yeah.
really, that was an exciting idea, just for a moment. That actually, this was never designed to be lived in, but actually as an energy device. So it had these circular, but these niches that it's got in here definitely lend themselves to having had a floor level or something. Doesn't that make sense? But okay, lady said that's definitely been filled in after the fact.
That sucks, Ken.
Money Castle, yes. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's like the Star Forts. You know, this is nearly, 2 meters deep, 6 foot of thickness. You know, we barely even can make 6 foot high ceilings these days because we're trying to minimize. The sense is that there's another floor beneath me. That's my sense, and this grate here might be a great way of proving that. Well, it's deep, but not a whole floor deep. It's certainly 4 foot, maybe 5, through to the water there. Oh, can you see that? So that might be, but the moat could be part of the later production, the deception. The walls are uber thick. So yeah, the suggestion is that there was, of course, levels across here, and it would have been quite a big space once you're inside here. Quite a big castle. But I mean, for someone's house, because there were so many willing servants nearby. Believe that if you must. I should just add that this is actually not even the castle. This is just the tower, an architectural centerpiece of a castle. The centerpiece of a castle. By a knight called John de la Mare. Have you heard of him? Stood within a larger courtyard enclosed on 3 sides by a wall and the 4th by the brook. Modest means he was beginning to enjoy royal favor. Of course, this is what you can build. The new castle displayed his growing power in the locality. The tower is laid out in a 4-lobed plan and encircled by a moat. And each corner there's a turret. There's a turret.
A moat.
How about a conical roof?
Hey, Singe, remember when we used to play in the moat back when we were kids?
Extensively modernized. See, this is the first reef. This is the first reset. Probably by Richard.
Me and Singe used to have a moat boat. It was a moat boat that we built ourselves out of wood.
Given to him. And then in the Civil War,
it was like a raft.
He had to give it up as part of the changing of the story. Yeah. Well, there you go. And then the child's arts, that's obviously the architect's drawings of this. We'll accept that. Oh, so there's Nunny Brook. So it would have been, and it would have included the church, I suspect, on the other side. Anyway, this is, I really think, there was a previous version of our story, and this doesn't fit with it anymore.
No, it does not.
It does beg the question, what powers did they have to build on this scale? Very impressive. Remember when they said plastic bags would only cost 5p? Well, now.
Okay, here's the deal with the paper and plastic thing. Okay? Around here, they try to give us paper bags now and charge us for the plastic. And they say it's to save the environment. They used to just give us the plastic bags for free. Right? But plastic can be melted down to 2 molecules. One plastic bag can be melted down to 2 molecules, 2 tiny little molecules, and recycled endlessly over and over and over again into more plastic bags, right? But to get paper bags, they have to kill more trees no matter what. Because I think even recycled paper has some real paper in it. So even to make recycled paper bags, they still have to kill trees. So it's not helping the environment by killing more trees. Save the trees.
Now, if you want to get your vegetables, you have to pay 30p just for a veggie bag. Let's see, this is sharp edge of the wedge stuff. And it's never going to end. And they're going to continue to blame you for global hoaxing, cooling or whatever.
All right. Oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna let this play. I can't even believe it's playing. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Let's go. Where my soldiers? On that battle shit. 100 white boys hooded up and fallin' shit. SWAT team on my shirt, we double barrel shit. Even the mayor tore down the bricks cause we bad as shit. Fuck a job, go hard with the trafficking. Some machines forgetting, strong get massacring. Ski mask living, eyes under my fitted. My intentions is vicious, I'm pistol flicking till I'm finished. Pistol whipping children just to get it how I get it. My lifestyle reckless, demeanor be cold as ice. I'm ice cold and I'll show you how I earn my stripes. Big 45, no resentment when I end your life. Leave only your left side left, you'll be dead to rights. Yeah, boy, I'm heroin out the spike. Bitching about my presidents, pedaling like a bike. Got whatever you like, that hard white for your pipe. Fuck up, this is that hard rock star shit. I 8-ball to your brain of that raw shit. Raw shit, Charlestown, Army car shit. Bottle across your jaw shit. Irish bar shit, yeah.
Yo. Down here fucking as soon as possible.
You already know
what's happening with this fucking shit.
So Pete, yo, he's running bricks because
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yo, because I seen him. I've been doing my homework. I be copping a little something off him. So you know what I'm saying. Whenever you want to run up on him, it's mission up time because we're gonna jack that straight money.
Can't be no fucking silly shit. I can't run into some spot. You know what I'm saying?
You already know stopping gas
facts.
Right on Wall Street.
I know.
No security, low cameras, but fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, stopping gas is loose. All right, so that's what we're doing. One day thing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny, Singe? This gas station that they're about to... It's the gas station that's like right across the street from my house that we all used to go and get blunts from. And the guys are like really cool there. So I don't know. I don't think they really robbed the gas station. They probably gave them some money and paid them to do the shoot. Like, you know.
We hit that bitch up, we get in, and get the fuck out of there, kid.
But the fucked up thing is that gas station always does get robbed, though.
It's a simple job. It's, you know, swimming, you keep the engines going, kid.
Yes, sir.
We'll be out in 20 seconds.
It's on the... It's on Washington Street in Rosendale. Because they're about to do a robbery, that's why. That's why Forever Love.
This is that rock star shit. I 8-ball to your brain of that raw shit. Raw shit, Charlestown, Army car shit. Bottle across your jaw shit. Irish bar shit. Fuck up. Rosy like gunfights, bottling nice. 100 staples in your head, stitches over your eyes. See your friends on TV cause they want it for crowds. Bottom line, I'm Rossied out till I get shot on the side. Cause I live by the gun, so by the gun I'ma die. Got Boston on my arm, wrap my city with pride. I be distributing poison and ruining lives. This devil shots of Jameson and cocaine lines. 20 of my goons with me and me getting it crunk. That we tear down the stage, beat the shit out of punks. When we leave the whole whip strap and willing to dump. Plus something you gotta hold with both hands of the trunk. Fuck up, whole fellas get familiar with the movement. We don't get moved, we move shit, motherfucker. Wall shield, goon shit, extended clip in the tool, so we throwing shit out, cocksucker. This is that hard rock star shit. I 8-ball to your brain of that raw shit. Raw shit, Charlestown, Army car shit. Bottle across your jaw shit. Irish bar shit, yeah. This is that rock star shit. I 8-ball to your brain of that raw shit. Raw shit, Charlestown, Army car shit. Bottle across your jaw shit. Irish bar shit. Fuck up. Yeah. You already know. Rosie, stand the fuck up. Saying the song is a shout out, man. Everybody stand the fuck up, man. From B Street to Forest Hills and in between. Fallon Field. Everybody. You already know what the fuck it is, man. I'm proud to be where the fuck I'm from. Yes, sir. Sis Vicious unleashed in your motherfucking eardrum, son. Shit ain't a problem. I'm a cancer, motherfucker. Get with it.
That's my buddy Shiz. He's off the hook. Let's see if it plays anymore. He's done. It's called Shiz Vicious Rock Shit. That's our boy Syfe that passed away. 02131 Rosendale. That's the zip code for my neighborhood. Oh, that's why it's called 31 Productions. I get it now. All right. So how we doing? All right, we have Singe Man found this. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I moved away from my old neighborhood. All right. Anyway, check this out. Where was it? I'm not sure. No. The fuck? I'm not gonna do it that way. All right. Let's see. I'll do it this way. I'm not taking any chances. Yeah. So, all right, Mind Lab. This guy found like a huge. Look what this guy. Can you guys see it? Look what this guy found. Singe Man. Singe Man.
G'day, folks. Well, here we are out in the bush doing what I love. Might have a first nugget for the day here. We've got a nice target to start off with.
We'll speed him up.
Taking the garden soil off and the target's still in the hole.
Let's
and
speed
I
him
can see
up.
wash already. I can see a bit of quartz and ironstone. So pretty excited. So anyway, let's dig her up.
So just to recap, this guy has a $1,000, just a metal detector that cost $1,000. Okay.
Very faint signal to start off with. But that is what it's all about. I'll give you a listen. Yeah, got that nice warble to it. It's got that really nice sound. So as you can see, there's all the quartz and ironstone already. So hopefully.
Can you hear me now? All right. What I'm trying to say is, anybody here from Australia, can you confirm if this is a real Australian accent or if this guy is just like pretending to be the alligator wrestling guy that died? Jack Hanna. Hold on, let me slow it down. Back to normal speed. All right. What do you guys think? Does he sound like a real Australian to you? Or is it a fake accent? Anybody from Australia? Is it a real accent or is he faking? You can't hear him talking? No? I'll have to go back then. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'll have to redo it.
We'll pinpoint it again. Hear that nice warble? Goaltender has a nice warble after the initial tone, so
just cough over it. All right. Do you guys think he has a real accent or a fake accent? Because she think you never know. You never know. I mean, we found this video.
Sit here.
Oh no.
In here.
Oh no, that's called what I call the dab cough.
There it is. I can see it.
I coughed really loud on
Oh, yeah.
purpose to clear my throat.
Nice looking bright bit.
I
Probably
did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I wanted to cough that loud.
Probably
'Cause
about a gram actually. This
I
one.
was trying to cough over the video because I don't know if this is copyrighted or whatnot. So it's like if I comment over it or make noises, it helps.
You know, $100 worth, just like that. There it is. There.
That's all he found, Singe?
Beautiful round heavy bit.
That ain't shit.
Very nice. Absolutely stoked. It's a good way to start the day.
Is that what we were watching
Very
this
nice
for?
Indeed.
Are you fucking serious, Singe,
Another
man?
one. I'll just chuck that in the
Hold on. How much longer is the video? Yeah.
container.
What? That's worth a lot of money? Jesus. The fuck is that? Go fuck. I would tell if some guy
Doesn't get much better. You beauty.
If some guy came up to me with a bottle like that and was like, "Hey," I'd be like,
Guys, we've just come back.
I'd be like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself." Anyway.
Hey, did you like the Trinities?
Yeah, what was up with the guy with the metal that was worth a lot of money, that little piece of shit that he found?
It's a 10-pound rock.
No, it wasn't. Not the one I played. It was like a little pebble.
Yeah, he found a 10-pound rock.
No, not the one I played. Oh, I must have played the wrong one. Oh well.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, there's a 10-pound rock they found last year.
So let me see what I got.
It's worth
here.
I got that one. It's worth $165,000.
All right, hold on. This is
$165,000.
This is something that I have to do for myself here.
Would you like me to
Hold
find
on.
it for you?
Hold on. I'm going to ask your true opinion anyway, but let me see. Where is it?
That wasn't the right league, huh?
No, I don't think so. All right, right here.
I'll find it.
All right, let's get a better look at this guy. Hold on, let's go back. Tell me what you think about this guy. Does he look out of the ordinary to you? What is he doing? He's on a bike, right? He's not from the neighborhood. I've never seen him in my neighborhood before. All right. He's standing there talking on an earpiece, right? And then I go up to him and I don't want to make it obvious. Look, there's his face. Oh, there's his face. All right, we got his face. Hold on, let's go back. Look, see, he has some earpiece. Is that a normal earpiece, Singe? Like a regular Bluetooth, or what is that?
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like Bluetooth.
He's on his
It
bike.
could be
but-
anything. Could be.
but what I'm
anything,
saying
you
is,
know.
like I think he's an undercover. Like let's just check him out
Probably.
because look, he's on my street, right?
It could
And
be
I'm
a
like,
drug dealer too.
No. They don't look like that. He rode
That's
up
why
on my
he would
street,
make a good drug dealer.
and he was standing on the corner like looking around, talking on his thing for a while, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And I just went and started recording him because he looks like a cop. Let's see. So I'm like making it look like I'm looking at the building. Cam back. But then I'm like, all right. Then I'm like, making it look like I'm filming the area, right? And then I'm back on him and I'm fucking because he was looking at this white car right here, and it made me think like, maybe that's his car, right? Like I was like, oh, he must be going to his car. So then I'm standing here and there he is. See, look, he's looking at the car. He's trying to make. I saw him from all the way down the fucking street, and I was like, dude, this dude is going to his car, right? So for like 10 minutes, he was standing outside the car, and I'm like, he's not going into that car. He's lying. So then I walked up to him and watch what he does.
Okay.
Hold on, let's get a good look at this guy.
He's a cop or a narc or some sort, right?
Yeah. What do you think? He is, right? I mean, this is not. This is not how people normally look or dress from my neighborhood anyway. He's dressed out of the ordinary. He's riding a bike through the neighborhood.
He looks very nerdy.
He's talking to somebody on his earpiece, right?
He looks very nerdy.
He's not one of my. He's not one of my neighbors, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think about the nerdy?
Now watch.
He looks nerdy, right?
Let's look at him.
What do you think? You like?
Who is this guy? Does he have any equipment?
He looks nerdy.
If you've seen this, yeah, but if you've seen this guy just sitting in the neighborhood making it, he was making it look like he was going into this car.
But wait, look at this, okay? The arms.
What do you guys think?
Wait, listen to me. Look at the arms. What do you see? Muscle structure?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you do? What about the legs?
He was kind of fat. He was kind of chubby, but he was he was in shape too.
Slightly in shape.
I've seen detectives riding around my neighborhood before that look like this on bikes.
So you got the detective shape, you think?
Maybe.
As
Yeah.
far as
Oh yeah, definitely. But he might not be. He might not be like one of the ones that actually takes people down because he's.
What
not
about
big.
the haircut?
He's not big enough. He's just one of the lookouts.
Yep.
He drives.
What about the
He rides
haircut?
around on the bike and watches things.
So the haircut and
back.
the skin color, he's not outside a lot.
He might make he might make buys for people.
Although winter just passed.
Might make himself seem like he's a junkie sometimes. He kinda
Winter just
blends
passed,
in.
so you can't be really tan. So he's probably just was.
I mean, there's a lot of
There's a lot
shit
of things
going.
you can look
There's
at,
a lot
but
of shit going on in my neighborhood.
What I'm getting,
Beautiful.
the vibe is nerdy. It was my first vibe, but that could
So
be.
I'm just calling him out because watch what he does real quick. As
Let's
soon as
look at chat. What does chat say?
So I'm sitting there vaping. Look, he looks down at his phone. So who is he talking to? Is he talking on his phone or not? Because he was pretending to talk on the phone. And then he takes off.
But he didn't look at you either. He's like out of there. Boom.
Dude, all right, let's watch the whole thing.
You
in its
sketched him
entirety.
out hard.
Don't come around my neighborhood.
Unless you
This
got
is
some
my-
drugs.
This is my street. This is
Unless you
my
got some-
street, motherfucker.
How you doing?
This is
Did he
my
answer?
block, bitch. This is
Did he
my
an-
block, bitch.
Did he answer you?
I run this block.
Did he answer you?
No, I didn't say nothing to him.
You said, "How are you doing?"
Oh, all right, let's go back. Let's see.
He looks away from you really quick.
Yeah, let's see. I was making it look like I was just filming, like the area. But
I noticed you put. There's a camera up there in the corner.
No, because look, he was standing there for about 5 minutes, dude, before I walked down. It wasn't like he was just there. Like I was standing there, and my kids were outside. See,
He's not from there.
look, there's a kid's shoe right there. My kids were outside. This is where they play, and there's some weirdo fucking standing around for like 10 minutes near a car, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? You know, like who the fuck is this? So I like waited for like a few minutes to see if he was getting in the car. He wasn't getting in the car, so I fucking went up and filmed him.
Who knows what he's doing, but
He's talking
not
on his.
doing it.
Listen to him.
He's not doing it now.
He's talking on his earpiece. Watch. Oh, he stopped.
How you doing?
Yeah, he didn't say nothing.
This is just very early, but it looks
Nice. Can you access that camera anyway at the corner?
Yeah, I might be able to. Yeah, I know the guys. And then he takes off. Sketchy much. Let's get a good look at this guy again. Get him on camera. Because like she's so fast. He's so quick. He's so sneaky and quick. I love when they're sneaky and quick like this. I love when the detectives are sneaky and quick. They think they can outsmart me. He's a sneaky. This one's a sneak. Not only is it, he's a sneak. He's a sneak.
How you doing?
Nothing. He doesn't say nothing. Straight. That's right. Keep your head straight, motherfucker. Hat straight, bitch.
this is just very early, but
Hey, see how tight that haircut is?
Yeah, military, almost, right? But he's not in shape enough to be military. You know what I'm saying? He's probably a retired military cadet or like a detective that drives around and watches for the other detectives and reports back, but doesn't really take people down. You know what I mean? He's not big enough for that. He's just a lookout. Like, he's not really from my neighborhood. All right, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna just keep an eye out for this guy. Everyone, keep an eye out for this guy. Let's figure out who he is.
Check it out. One time.
There he is.
I'll tell you after this. Yeah, can I tell a story? Yeah, I can tell a story. One time I got arrested.
Well, wait up. I want to get a good look at him just in case he pops up in another one of my videos.
We can look and talk.
You never know. He might pop up in another one of my videos. You know what I mean?
Right. So one time I got arrested. What? No way. Since me I got arrested? That's crazy.
Yeah.
One time out of the 20 some odd times I've been arrested. Well, they kept on sending young detectives past my cage, and they were looking at me.
No, there's
like
no
I was
tourist.
crazy.
There's no tourist around here.
Right?
No, someone said he's a tourist. There's no tourist.
So they kept on sending young detectives or cops, whatever, past my cage, looking at me. Right? So I get out. Next, I'm a locksmith.
He could have everything that he needs in his backpack. He has a backpack on, so he could have all his
communication devices and shit.
Yeah.
So there's cops right around the corner waiting for him, like probably 3 or 4 blocks away, maybe.
Oh yeah. When you see one of them, there's a whole team of them.
So I seen this guy. Okay, so I'm hanging out with my buddy in the parking lot. I forget what we were doing, just talking, and I seen this cop. I know he's a cop because I saw him walk past my cage when I was in jail. I seen this cop trying to scope me out. Mm-hmm. And I totally pointed him out. I'm like, hey, check out that guy. I point right at him. I'm like, that guy's a cop. He got out. He was like sitting in another car in the parking lot looking at us and shit.
Yeah.
We weren't even doing anything, so it was like no big deal. I was like, well, that's first. I actually spotted a cop. Because I knew he was a cop because I saw him in the police station. Training the look, Singe. Yeah, I can spot him. He had a tight haircut, not full muscle structure like he works out every day because he might now if he keeps on riding that bike for a year. But he just hasn't been riding that bike. I can tell you that. It's too loose muscles on the arm and his gut. Although you could just drink a lot of beer, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, besides all that, just the aura was like nerdy. not in the area. If he was no problem, he would have at least said, "Hey," or "Hey, don't mind me. I'm just standing here waiting for my buddy." Or, "Hey, I don't know. Just say, hey, what's going on? You from around here? Oh, cool. I'm just standing here resting," or whatever he's doing. If he's doing something, he would tell you he was doing something. He didn't want to tell you what he was doing. He didn't even ask, "Hey, what are you filming?" You know, like a normal person would be like, "Oh, you filming?"
Yeah,
Because they wouldn't be nervous, but he was like nervous because he's on another level.
All right. I got something that I've been wanting to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but
I stuck it in the private chat. It's a 20-second short.
All right.
Show it.
All
Just
right.
20
All right.
seconds.
All right.
It's pretty cool. I mean, whatever. It's like, I don't want the money and stuff. I'm fine. I'm not
The
really
man
materialistic.
was using a budget metal detector when he hit pay dirt while exploring the Golden Triangle. Weighing more than 10 pounds, the rock contained a whopping 5.2 pounds of gold. Odd news. An amateur
Nice, that
gold
is
digger
short.
in Australia has unearthed
Yeah,
a
I'm not
massive
really
gold
materialistic.
nugget
However,
worth
I'm not stupid. I would like to have
$160,000.
some money.
The man was using a budget metal detector when he hit pay dirt while exploring the
So-
Golden Triangle. Weighing more than 10 pounds, the rock contained a
All right,
whopping
Singe.
5.2
All right,
pounds.
Singe. Let's get into this, okay? What is it? Devil's Island? Is that
Okay,
what you-
okay,
All
you're right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
buy
No, it's
$1,000.
fine.
So, sorry, are you gonna go buy $1,000?
No, do you think I want to know the truth right now. What do you think?
First, I
Do you
gotta
think-
buy $1,000 metal detector.
No, fuck you. Do you
No,
think
I need
that, do you
$1,000
think
metal
that the
detector.
do you think that the gold was melted like that or it flooded like that?
Melted.
Are you serious?
Because look,
You
it's
know-
all melted. You can tell by looking
all
at
right,
it.
all right, hold on one second. Hold on. What is it called? Devil's Canyon? Is that what it was?
You can tell by looking at it.
What am I looking up? What's the name of it? What is it called? What was it?
Devil's Toe.
No.
I'm kidding. Devil's Island. Wisconsin.
Devil's Island.
Can you believe they would name a place at Devil something? Oh wait,
Where the-
there's every place around the world.
Where is Wisconsin?
Really?
All right.
That's what they say when in Wisconsin. They would ask you the same question: "Where are we?"
All right, so Singe Man, you think that this is melted? Well, you know what?
I know it is, and I can prove it.
I think it's flooded.
I'm kidding. I can't.
Listen, I don't care what you think. Let's see.
Ooh, look at that glow. Look at that.
Yeah,
Singe Man
but
made
how?
glowing
But
stars.
all right.
Look
It
at
looks
that.
like it could be melted. It looks like it could be melted, but also there's water there. So, like, seriously, dude, like, go fuck yourself. Like fucking, like it was probably flooded all the way up to the top, and then the water did the damage.
Wait. This. Oh, look. See that? You can tell it's a building.
Why?
Or see how it's a building?
Where can you tell? Where the fuck do you see a building? Are you on acid?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to look at the images. You can
What-
see
oh,
the
the
layers.
doors-
Look at
you're
down
talking
there.
about the doors and the windows and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see
The
that. I can see-
brick layer type things. And
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck you.
alcoves.
Yeah.
And what's another name for and oh gosh, I can't think of the word. Anti-ways.
You know what? You know,
living
you
rooms.
dude, you're just such
Thresholds.
Since you're just such a fucking goomba, dude. You're just such a fucking-
Thresholds.
you
Look
dude,
at the thresholds. No kidding. Look at see the layers. Isn't that awesome?
Singe,
Wow.
you're such a fucking.
Look at the windows.
You're such a goomba, dude. You're a goomba. You're
Look
a
at the
goomba.
windows. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Windows and doors. What? No one there saying that, are they?
All right, Gumbo.
It's only me saying that. They'll just say it's destruction, whatever. Right? It's just very neat, and the water did that.
It could be melted, or it could
Right
be
here in
flooded.
Wisconsin.
It
Isn't
could
that
have been.
amazing?
Listen, the water could have been up to here, and then somehow it receded down to there, and that's what's left.
Yeah.
Or it could have been both, right?
No, it only could be
No.
one.
One or the other. All right.
No, I'm
You know-
kidding.
No, fuck you. No, then it's flooded. Look, there's a lighthouse that proves the Earth is flat. That proves the
Ooh.
lighthouses prove the
Okay.
Earth is flat.
Okay,
and
stop right
and
there. Look at this.
And it was
Okay.
flooded. It was flooded.
Stop right
Go
there.
fuck-
Stop right there.
Go fuck yourself.
I gotta say
Go
something
fuck-
about this.
Yeah.
Stop right there. Okay, ready? 4 amazing things with this picture. It's called Devil's Island, which is amazing, right? It's in Wisconsin. What? It looks like a building, and there's a lighthouse on it. There's 4 amazing
What?
things.
So how does the lighthouse prove that it's a melted structure?
Did I just say that? No,
I'm trying to. Well, I'm trying to get you to prove your side of the case.
I didn't say the lighthouse proves anything though. You just that's an argument fallacy. What you just did. That's
All right,
called
all right,
gaslighting.
All right. Well, prove your case. Why do you see?
Or
Why do you think?
misdirection.
Prove your case to us. Why do you think it's melted? I proved my case. There's water right there, and I've shown you floods at the beginning.
Yes, water can.
I've shown
melt.
actual mud floods. I've
Did
shown
you know
real
that
mud-
water at a very high friction can melt things?
What?
Did you know that water can melt things?
So you think the water melted it?
No, I'm just
That's the
asking you.
same
I
thing
asked
that's
you a question. Did
That's
you
the
know
same
that
thing I'm
water
saying.
can
Yeah, the
melt
water.
things?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying happened.
I didn't
Yeah,
say that.
exactly.
You just jumped to conclusions. I love how you do that. Dude. So, no, because some of the melt looks like it was too quick.
What you call me? What are you trying to call me? Jumpy or something? Like haha jumpy? Like haha funny? Like this is some kind of a fucking joke?
No,
this
like
is a serious. This is a serious fucking debate.
No,
dude.
I think you just like jump into it like 2 feet. Like
Wow.
you think the water's just like cool, but it's really hot. And you don't understand that you could be boiling frog, and you should just. The people might be trying to cook you. You don't know.
Listen, if you want to believe it's melted, why don't you just go hang out with all the meltology people? And
What if they're trying to cook you very
go to their
slowly?
channels and say hi to all of them and just be friends with everybody?
I do anyway.
I know. Cinch,
Hey,
Cinch, what is wrong with you?
I'm a peacemaker.
Have you been doing drugs?
Yes, most of my life,
Yeah.
but I haven't done it in over 12 years. So there is that.
You such. Just
And the drugs I was doing was a stuff called marijuana. Don't do it, kids. It's bad for you.
You're just a crash test dummy. You know what I mean? Like a crash test dummy. Like
I used to smoke seeds only. No buds. I throw the buds away and smoke the seeds. And open up, actually get the inside.
you think that that's a melted building and it wasn't just flooded up to the top? Look, it's nice and
No, no,
level.
there you go.
Water. Listen,
Zoom in on
water
that.
always. I can't zoom in. Well, we'll get some pictures though. But water
at
always
the
finds its own
pylon.
level. The coastline looks level, like it dropped. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know.
That's amazing that it's in Wisconsin, though.
Do you want to join the Meltology Club, Singe? Because I'm sure they'll take you in.
I don't think they've looked at this, or they might have.
They probably have. They've looked at it all.
I
So
don't
you
know.
think that
It's
that's
in
melt-
Wisconsin? You
What
might
do
not
you
look at
guys think?
Wisconsin.
What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think it's melted
Remember.
or flooded?
Or both?
Or both? And be honest.
I think that
Don't be
Ray's
afraid.
wrong completely. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's kind of stupid.
Yeah, and I think that Singe Man
Wait,
rode
I
on
think
the yellow bus to school and wore a helmet.
I think that you might be a shoe bagger
Yeah,
of some sort. I'm not sure.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Or a constellation understander or some
yeah,
sort.
yeah,
I don't know.
and I always knew, and I always knew that you were a mughead. You know what I mean? So like, I just didn't know. I mean, I just didn't know how to handle that. And you know what? You know, I know you. They used to call you Tittle Tattle in high school because you used to tell. They used to tell on everybody so
I
much.
bet you had choice sung for lunch. That's all I can say.
Oh, I know. Every day your mom packed you your own lunch, and you were afraid to eat the cafeteria food. So you fucking ate peanut butter and jelly every day of your life.
Super Sideways says he's afraid to see it, and I'm not.
Whatever,
afraid to
dude.
see
Whatever, dude.
Watery erosion says general sorrow. Forever Love says it would be highly racist to make a decision either one way or the other.
Singe. Singe. I know that. I don't know. All right. Did we lose it? That was it? All right. Let's go back then.
Oh, we want to keep going? Oh, yeah. I think you are a candy cane maker of the peppermint type.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
have you ever done that? I bet you have. I bet you can't.
I mean, I think you're a total toolbox fruit basket. A toolbox, yeah, a toolbox. Oh, here it is. This is the video. This is the video I was looking for. I gotta save it. Hold on.
Unfunctional.
You know you loving this. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Yeah. You know you loving this. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Yeah. You know you loving this. Making threes like Ray. I never miss. Yeah. Boston rise with me. Now everybody throw their stripes to the sky with me. And when I'm at the garden, you know I'm rocking green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Celtic colors run deep, and we ain't stopping. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Pierce jersey got the kid looking mighty green. 17 banners and counting the mighty beam. I'm looking clean as I put the pedal to the metal. Got $1 million out of rapping, I won't settle. I need several. I gotta let them know this is what I does. Got the city on my leg, you know where I'm from. Dorchester, Hyde Park, Mattapan, Roxbury to Rosendale, let's get it in. We coming out hard, you should take a listen. Girls wanting sex, cause I gotta be up on my fitted. We at the top of the hub, boy, expensive shit. No Empire State, Prudential bitch. Yeah, you know you loving this. Making threes like Ray, I never miss. Yeah. Boston rise with me. Now everybody throw their stripes to the sky with me. And when I'm at the garden, you know I'm rocking green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Celtic colors run deep, and we ain't stopping. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. No matter where we go, where we come from, will never leave us. It's about the music, I just do it, but I rock Adidas. See me leaning with the top back, hit up a Yankees game with my socks hat. Win or lose, the spirit never dies. Been through it all and I ain't never lost the pride. 2010, we walk around like who's cursed? City of the champs, I'm sorry, the truth hurts. Yeah, you know you loving this. Making threes like Ray, I never miss. Yeah, Boston rise with me. Now everybody throw their stripes to the sky with me. And when I'm at the garden, you know I'm rocking green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Celtic colors run deep, and we ain't stopping. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Leprechaun with the tilted cap. All green Chevy seat tilted back. We stuck a banks, have to tell her fill up the sack. This is my city, put it back on the map. Matter of fact, this is for the whole motherfucking state. So I'ma go hard in the motherfucking paint. If you rep your city and you standing in the crowd, put your threes to the clouds. Say it real loud, Boston. Yeah, you know what it is. You know I love my city, man. Yeah, you know what it is. Skizz, country, Big G, Sam. And when I'm at the garden, I see y'all rocking green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. CG, the colors run deep. I love my whole team. Green and white, green and white, green and white. Yeah, you know you loving this. Making threes like Ray, I never miss. Yeah, Boston rise with me. Now everybody throw their stripes to the sky with me. And when I'm at the garden, you know I'm rocking green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white. Celtic colors run deep, and we ain't stopping. Green and white, green and white, green and white, green and white.
Get drunk! High five for everyone! Yeah. Woo! The party starts at 8.
I like that video. So, can you hear me? You there? All right.
How long did you meditate today?
I want to show you guys something.
I meditated for 30 minutes just sitting there, staring.
I wanted to watch this. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But
Every time I wanted to do something.
You want to talk about meditation? I don't meditate. I don't do it.
I know. I know. I'm going to make you meditate. I'm going to make you exercise. I'm going to make you eat right. Make you ground. Make you a hippie like me.
Maybe. It's hard. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. All right, you ready?
See, look at that. That guy didn't have. He had big old floppy arms. Dude. He didn't have nothing like that.
This looked cool.
Indoctrination hats. Indoctrination hats. Oh, okay.
The wasteland. A land forgotten and in ruin, reduced to a heap of broken images. Memory no longer lives here. Its dirty streets stalked by dangerous mercenaries and lined with stalls where crooked peddlers sell indulgences. It was not always like this. Once upon a time, this wasteland was a glory to behold. But now overgrown and suffocating, even its ruins cannot remember what it once was. Unrecognizable, stifled under the muggy humidity of amnesia. And it has no idea what it will soon become, what its future holds. Renaski.
Later, General.
Look now, the shadow of a man across the broken stone. Why is he here? Even his partner does not know. Cunning humanist, forever cloaked in secrecy. The inhabitants of this wretched place call him the Tuscan. The locals watch the pair during the day, their time divided. Sometimes they dig and move the earth, looking for buried treasure, the locals remark. Other times the man sits perched like a bird of prey, watching and tracing strange cryptic symbols in his journal. Day and night they haunt this wasteland, digging and studying, greedily surveying the ruins.
Bless you too, forever love.
Ignorant to the dark clouds forming above.
Just digging for truth. Digging for truth. What we do? And rolling some butt. I'm rolling some, digging some truth and rolling some butt. Flat Earth Farms. God bless Flat Earth Farms is what I need to say. All right, let's do this.
Florence, standing in the cold shadow of one of the greatest cathedrals ever constructed. During the beginning of the 1400s, Florence would have looked very different to the city we know and love today. None of the famous architectural marvels that we now associate with the city existed then.
The dome of the infamous cathedral had yet to be built. The cathedral's baptistry lacked the famous classicizing doors designed by Ghiberti, and the church of S. Maria Novella was without Leon Battista Alberti's harmonious, gracefully symmetrical facade. The convent of San Marco was not built, and the powerful families, the Medici, the Pitti, the Rucellai, had not yet built their grand classical palaces. Florence was, at this time, a walled medieval city, densely populated, its streets twisted, labyrinth lanes and alleys, towers rose and fortifications were abundant. This was soon to change, the same change that would go on to take place in the majority of every major European cities over the next few centuries.
After the Black Death of 1348 reduced Florence's population total by 80%, the city slowly started to make its recovery in the 1400s, stirring from the ashes until the humanist movement reignited its embers with passion and a thirst for enlightenment. They were obsessed with the idea of a lost, ancient civilization, that of the ancient Romans and Greeks. Florentine book hunters and other learned men let their imaginations run away with them. They were forever inventing spurious links between their city and ancient Rome. The Chronica de Origine Civitatis claimed that the city was founded by Julius Caesar. In Convivio, Dante called Florence that beautiful and famous daughter of Rome. Leonardo Bruni argued that Florence was not founded by Caesar, but Lucius Cornelius Sulla. The citizens of Florence saw ancient Roman ruins wherever they looked in their city, or so they believed. The fact is that Florence was not especially rich in Roman remains. And it's Rome itself that testifies to just how much the humanists were enamored by an idea of ancient Rome that did not correlate with reality, but was, in fact, a fantasy. For in the early 1400s, the Eternal City, Rome, was, in most respects, a wretchedly uninspiring sight. All in all, it was a wasteland. The Temple of Jupiter was a dunghill, and both the Theatre of Pompeii and the Mausoleum of Augustus had become quarries from which the ancient masonry was scavenged, some of it for buildings as far away as Westminster Abbey. Many ancient statues lay in shards, half buried, while others had been burned in kilns to make quicklime, or else fertilizer for the feeble crops. The infamous Great Forum itself was buried in earth and called the Campo Aquino, or the Field of Cows, a place where livestock grazed. Just like Florence, Rome in the early 1400s was not the Rome we know today. It was a decimated, dangerous, and uninviting city. The Black Death also hit Rome harder than it did Florence. What was once a bustling city was now reduced to a population of 20,000, from which, over the next 50 years, rose only slightly. Depopulation such as this would not only have left their survivors shell-shocked, initiating a kind of mass post-traumatic stress disorder, but would also have had a catastrophic impact upon the economic, political, and social framework of the time. But for a small handful of survivors, especially the elite nobility, depopulation had its perks and burgeoning opportunities. It was in the early 1400s that a very important man came to the wasteland we now know as Rome. This man was the architect of Florence Cathedral's dome, and the figure responsible for kick-starting the Renaissance's architectural revival of the ancient classical style of building, or, as his early biographer writes, his renewal of Roman masonry work. This man was Filippo Brunelleschi. History has immortalized Filippo as a great, innovative genius for his work on the cathedral's dome. But he was many things. He was an inventor, a clockmaker, sculptor, and pioneer of the linear perspective mode of drawing. But among these many great skills, he was also a very cunning man, and not to be slighted. For if so, he was apt to take his revenge.
In 1409, Brunelleschi was snubbed by a carpenter named Manetto when he decided to not turn up to one of Brunelleschi's social gatherings. Never one to resist retaliation, Filippo resolved to exact his revenge for this perceived slight by persuading a wide cast of characters to convince Manetto that he had metamorphosed into someone else. This someone else was a well-known Florentine man named Matteo. As Manetto closed his shop one evening, Filippo raced ahead, picked the lock of the house, and barred the door. When Matteo arrived at his house and tried to get in, Filippo impersonated his voice from behind closed doors and ordered him to go away. Confused, Manetto wandered the streets of Florence, where many individuals started addressing him as Matteo. It wasn't long before a bailiff arrested him for being Matteo, under the charge of not paying his debts. Manetto protested that he wasn't Matteo, but even as he was put in prison for the night, his fellow prisoners, all of them party of Filippo's prank, addressed him by his alien name. Certain this misunderstanding would soon be cleared up, Manetto was stunned when the brothers of the real Matteo came to bail him out and also addressed him as Matteo. They even took him home to Matteo's house and put him to sleep with a potion supplied by Filippo. Later into the night, they carried him back to his own home. Awaking in the morning, the carpenter was confused because his entire home was rearranged. All of his tools were in completely different places. And then there was a knock at the door. It was Matteo's brothers, but this time they treated him differently, and told him of a curious story of how the previous evening the brother Matteo conceived this fantastic notion that he was someone else. Matteo himself soon arrived and confirmed their story, how he had the most vivid dream of being a carpenter. He told Manetto that he had spent his time as a carpenter rearranging his home and tools. Faced with this evidence, Manetto became more convinced than ever that, for a while at least, he had exchanged identities with Matteo. Falling victim of Brunelleschi's ingenious practical joke, Manetto left Florence, humiliated and confused. His story immortalized as the tale of the fat woodworker, which went on and gained status of legend in Florence.
No doubt this story has been exaggerated over the course of time, but in general, historians agree that it is grounded in concrete historical facts. And what it tells us is that Brunelleschi was no ordinary man. To even pull off half of this practical joke takes a very calculating, cunning, and manipulative personality, and one of great influence amongst his peers, many of which frequented the upper-class circles of society. Arriving in the wasteland of Rome with Brunelleschi was the adolescent Donatello, who would not only go on to be remembered as one of the most prominent sculptors of the Renaissance, but was also of a cunning and hot-tempered disposition, just like Brunelleschi. As Ross King recounts, at the age of 15, Donatello landed himself in trouble with magistrates in Pistoia for striking a German over the head with a large stick. And many years later, he would travel to Ferrara, intent upon murdering one of his runaway apprentices. If one of Donatello's rich patrons refused to pay the full price for a statue, Donatello would demolish it in a fit of temper. Just like the book hunters, the humanist architects and sculptors of the time were not just learned innovators with a taste for aesthetics. They were calculating, greedy, ambitious, narcissistic, and borderline criminal. And what were these two, Brunelleschi and Donatello, doing exactly when they arrived in the wastelands of Rome? Well, no one really knows.
The two young men lived like vagabonds, paying little attention to what they ate, how they dressed, or where they slept. Together, they began digging among the vast ruins, hiring porters to cart away the rubble, and becoming known to the locals as the treasure hunters, because it was believed they were searching for gold coins and other treasures. Their activity may have attracted suspicion and even fear among the Christian residents, not merely because they were suspected of practicing geomancy, the art of divining the future by interpreting the patterns made by handfuls of earth, but because pagan fragments of ruins were considered bad luck. What is most suspicious, however, is that what exactly Filippo saw in these excavations was unknown even to Donatello, his partner.
As if book hunting or book forging wasn't enough during the Renaissance, we also had humanists traveling far and wide, treasure seeking, in much the same vein. The Italian nobility, the elites, the Medici, the Pitti, the Orsini offered no less than a fortune for excavated classical ruins, fragments, and statues. And the exchange of these items fueled a lively, antique business, so much so that the act of treasure seeking continued well into the 1500s. Michelangelo, one of the later, most influential humanists, who specialized in sculpting, painting, and architecture, was directly involved in this antique economy. And despite his name, Michelangelo was no angel. When he was only 14 years of age, Michelangelo was sent by his tutor, a master in fresco painting, to none other than Lorenzo di Medici, at his request. Recognizing his talent, Medici quickly took the young Michelangelo under his wing, bestowing him patronage and enrolling him in the Platonic Academy, a humanist school founded by Medici. It was during this time that Michelangelo produced a series of unbelievably impressive sculptures. The Faun, the Battle of the Centaurs, the Madonna of the Stairs, and the Sleeping Cupid. The Sleeping Cupid, now lost to the world, was not always ascribed to Michelangelo's talents. It was originally sold as an antique of the ancient world. It was claimed to be at least 1,000 years older than it actually was. Historians argue on how, exactly, the statue was aged. In one version of the story, Michelangelo artificially aged his statue using acidic earth. According to Vasari, it was the art dealer who buried it in a vineyard that he has there. It was sold to the very wealthy and very powerful Cardinal Riario, who, upon learning later it was a forgery, became extremely angry, before quickly softening at the realization of a great opportunity. Or, as scholar Lynn Catterson writes, he came to the other side of the fence, as it were, as a sponsor of the next one, the next forgery. And why would the Cardinal, if he had been duped, change his mind and become an additional sponsor of Michelangelo? Noah Charney, art professor and author of The Art of Forgery, downplays this decision when he explains that the ability to mimic Roman sculpture was a sign of ability in the Renaissance. What the Cardinal and other elites were actually doing was seizing upon the opportunity to use young talent to make a fortune, most likely out of selling forgeries wrongly ascribed to the ancient world. Did Medici really just want to encourage young talent, or did he see a great opportunity in Michelangelo? After all, for the Cupid, as Catterson writes, the sponsor must have been Lorenzo Medici, since he contacted the dealer and set up the transaction. Was Medici's patronage actually a grooming act of a young adolescent? a grooming act that would not only make Medici a fortune, but also strengthen the ongoing potential fraudulent operation of book hunting. The manner in which the transaction of the Cupid was carried out suggests so. As Catterson explains,
the sculpture was initially funded and then turned over to a dealer, a middleman who could testify to its antique origins in order to resell the object, while at the same time displacing dubious intent from the sponsor or sculptor.
Just as the book hunters or forgers were very careful to cover their tracks, using middlemen here disconnected the artist and sponsor with the act of forgery. And while Vasari claims that it was the art dealer himself who buried the statue and aged it, Michelangelo's record and reputation suggests otherwise. There were early signs of both the disposition to make forgeries as well as fairly high career ambitions. Already as an apprentice, Michelangelo counterfeited drawings of various old masters, returning the copy to the owner instead of the original. Michelangelo's copies could not be distinguished from the originals, since he smoked and tinted the paper to give it an appearance of age. This aptitude for forgery and theft leads Catterson to believe that much of Michelangelo's earliest works in sculpture might really be classified as forgeries. But Catterson really muddies the waters of accepted history when she proposes that the infamous Laocoon, an alleged masterpiece from the ancient world, might not only be a forgery, but also done at the hands of Michelangelo himself. The discovery of Laocoon has many elements that seem too good to be true. Just like the book hunter, for the successful treasure seeker, acclaim was instantaneous, propelling them to the upper echelons of society. Catterson's first suspicion is that despite being lost for almost 1,500 years, it was discovered in an excellent physical state, which was noted at the time to be relatively whole and in good condition. Wikipedia states that it was excavated in Rome in 1506, but this is not entirely correct. The sculpture was not found buried in the ground, but rather discovered in an underground room in a vineyard, and was identified immediately as a Laocoon. It's a similar tale as those discoveries of books in unlikely places such as dark dungeons. What's also very familiar is how the humanists even knew about a lost statue called Laocoon in the first place. Just like the way intertextuality, the way writers and texts refer to other writers and texts, may have ensured the longevity of a potential fraudulent business of book hunting, many of those ancient books also referenced in passing classical artworks, sculptures, and architectural structures. And it was the work of Pliny, an alleged ancient Roman, that describes a Laocoon statue as a work superior to all pictures and bronzes of the world. But as Catterson notes, the statue discovered in the underground room did not correspond perfectly with Pliny's description. The rediscovered statue was composed of 7 pieces of marble, whereas Pliny described it as having been carved from 1. And it's this composite nature to the statue that Catterson sees as another major red flag.
Even more incredible was that none of the several joins were visibly obvious, but rather were fused in such hidden places and so well consolidated and plastered together that only the greatest experts in this art can readily recognize them. In other words, this large marble multi-figure sculptural group had not even loosened up over the more than 1,500 years that its age was believed to be.
Despite this, when it was discovered, it was recognized immediately to be the one described by Pliny, and no doubts occurred due to its composite structuring. No question raised about its stealthy joining of 7 marble pieces and not being carved from one sole block. In the exact same way that intertextual references to other, yet to be discovered books would have worked to keep a fraudulent book hunting enterprise alive, it would have also driven and given authenticity to a counterfeit antique market. allowing treasure seekers to forge pieces of art referenced in other books, and then secretly age, hide, and then subsequently discover them.
It's all fake.
Catterson also notes that during the period leading up to the rediscovery of the Laocoon, there is evidence of Michelangelo procuring surplus
Everything's
marble.
a lie.
And following the discovery of the Laocoon, a case could be made that Michelangelo was especially edgy and secretive. 2 weeks after the event, Michelangelo wrote home to his father, requesting he send him a bag of drawings. He was so anxious that he wrote another letter for someone to double check. I wrote to him telling him to put that chest of mine in a safe place under cover, and then to come here to Rome immediately, and on no account to fail to do this. I don't know what he has done. Please will you put him in mind of this? Also, would you please put yourself to a little trouble over the following 2 things? That is, in having that chest of mine put under cover in a safe place. The other is that marble of Our Lady. I want you to have it moved into the house, likewise, and not let anyone see it. Were it just the marble of Our Lady that he wanted hidden, Catterson asks, we might interpret this as a case of the artist not wishing for anyone to see his work in progress. And what was in the chest? Was it those drawings he was worried about? Perhaps his initial work in progress designs of Laocoon, or perhaps even correspondence pertaining to its forgery or location of discovery. We'll never know. The morning after he died in Rome, a commission was sent to perform an inventory of the sculptor's possessions. Much to the disappointment of many, including the Duke Cosimo Medici, Michelangelo left behind only a few cartoons and no drawings. It was revealed that the sculptor had burned them all in 2 lots just before his death. The extremity of the action has made some feel that Michelangelo was attempting to hide something, even offering the suggestion that the burned drawings were lascivious. But again, and in the end, burning drawings that had been executed as studies for counterfeits would make perfect sense. But perhaps Catterson is giving Michelangelo too much credit. Perhaps he didn't burn them at all. There was, after all, a commission to perform an inventory upon the announcement of his death. Perhaps Medici and other sponsors involved in the fraudulent business of counterfeit antiques were anxious that all correspondence of any kind that could betray their actions were destroyed or forever hidden. Michelangelo's forgeries not only testify, once again, to the criminal nature underpinning the activity of the humanists, but it also strengthens the unreliability surrounding ancient artifacts. To this day, the debate surrounding the authorship continues as to whether the Laocoon is actually a Greek original or a later Roman copy. In other words, and despite the fact that it is the most famous and canonical extant example of classical antiquity, we are not really sure exactly what it is. Could many other classical structures ascribed to antiquity be counterfeit products of the Renaissance? Just like the rediscovered books, it is extremely difficult to prove or disprove that so-called ancient artifacts are indeed forgeries. And what was Brunelleschi doing in the wastelands of Rome that even his partner, Donatello, was not aware of? His contemporary biographer, Antonio Manetti, claims that Filippo, secretive as ever, made his study of ancient ruins while pretending to be doing something else. He inscribed on strips of parchment a series of cryptic symbols and Arabic numbers, a secret code. What did he return to Florence with? And could this trip have something to do with this? All paths will soon converge, but first it is necessary to examine the wasteland.
right. Well, I think. What's that? All right. All right. So what do we still got? 14 people. Well, support the channel. We could use some help. It's no one's been supporting us at all. Support Singeman, support me. There's links everywhere. Figure it out. I don't want to really get into it too much. If you like our show, you like what we do, support us. All right. We're getting out of here. I'm gonna take off. I played some music to get out of it. Take me out. Singeman fell asleep on the lane. We played this for him.
You slept.
Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
That's weird. All right.